ABI houses a separate division to carry out the machining process of various castings. Its state-of-the-art plant is well designed and well equipped to cater to the various demands of the customers in a seamless manner. The process of bearing house machining begins with compressor house side machining. The precision and accuracy on the compressor housing side machining is checked at the multi-gauge inspection, followed by turbine housing side machining and multi-gauge inspection. It is then subjected to drilling of the oil hole, followed by notching operation. Porting operation is carried out in the subsequent process and is cleaned using a high-pressure sprayer. Each casting is subjected to an endoscopy test to assess its quality. Once it passes endoscopy defect-free, based on the assembly requirement, it is then injected with a split pin, followed by conical plug injection into the casting. It is then laser marked and passes through a leak test to ensure it is 100% free of any leaks. At the final viewing, each product is thoroughly inspected for any defects. It then passes through different stages of cleaning at the automated cleaning system, after which the products are packed in a closed room to ensure it is completely dust-free. ABI houses a separate work division dedicated to carry out the machining of master cylinder. Machining of master cylinder begins with the machining of the mouth. For this operation, each of the master cylinder is loaded and unloaded by the automated robot machine. It is then subjected to milling of the mounting hole, followed by gauge inspection of the mounting hole. Post-inspection, milling of the cross hole and gun drilling are carried out. It is then followed by machining of the inlet port and angular outlet port. It is then subjected to flange and rear milling, followed by electrochemical deburring. Subsequent to this, machining of the main bore takes place. In order to maintain accuracy, the parts are inspected using a master gauge. At the final section, each master cylinder is washed and forwarded for dispatch. ABI also houses facilities for machining of the compressor wheel. Machining of the compressor wheel begins with boss face and bow face machining, followed by vane and nose turning. It is then balanced and laser marked. Each casting is then exposed to fluorescent dye-penetrant inspection and checked under UV rays. It is then subjected to ultrasonic washing and dried using air blow method. At the final inspection, each wheel is visually inspected, after which it is packed for dispatch. Machining of turbine housing begins with secondary datum machining, followed by bearing housing side machining. It then passes through flange machining and boss machining, leading to spout machining. The component is then inspected under UV rays for any cracks, followed by a leak test and Poka-yoke inspection. It then reaches the final viewing stage. Finally, at the multi-gauging system, the precision and accuracy of the turbine housing is assessed. The parts that pass all quality checks are then sent for dispatch. Caliper machining process begins with rough machining of the bow, followed by fine machining of the bow using the EPB machine. It is then placed in a conveyor for the feed bleed and EPB port machining process, which is picked and placed by the automated robot. The caliper is then subjected to deburring, both by using a machine and then followed by manual deburring. It is then forwarded for final viewing, where each component is thoroughly checked. Post-final viewing, the components are exposed to high-pressure automated washing. The components then reach the inspection section, where each component passes through 100% gauge inspection. At the final stage, rust preventive oil is applied to prevent the component from rusting and placed in a carton box to be packed for dispatch. Machining of the bearing cap begins with marking of the component for traceability. The bottom housing of the bearing cap undergoes milling, drilling and reaming operations. It is then forwarded for magnetic milling. Post-milling process, the bottom housing is subjected to inspection. Similarly, the top housing of the bearing cap also passes through milling drilling, reaming and tapping operation, followed by deburring. Then the process of magnetic milling takes place. Post all the processes, each of the components is subjected to thorough inspection to ensure it's defect-free. Further, it is manually viewed and placed for dowel pin pressing process, which is carried out by the automated robotic machine. The component then reaches boring section, where boring operation is carried out. Each component is then washed and forwarded for final viewing. After the component passes through final viewing, rust preventive oil is applied to prevent the component from rusting and placed in a carton box to be packed for dispatch. Owing to the current requirements of customers, ABI has ventured into manufacturing of fully machined compressor wheels. ABI has in place a world-class quality assurance department well equipped to carry out quality measures such as round comb, profile projection, CMM inspection, coordinate measuring machine, surface finishing inspection, millipore inspection and gauge inspection.